Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I'm going to talk about, is the narcissist a liar or are they delusional? A lot of people are confused by the narcissist, and a lot of people feel that the narcissist is delusional. So I'm going to go into this and I'm going to explain it. First of all, I'm going to give you proof that narcissists actually know what they're doing, okay? With a narcissist, in order to know what a narcissist is about, you have to understand their mindset. Narcissists are all about mind games, the game. They play a game to get over, to get out of taking accountability, to confuse you by gaslighting. And when you have that self-doubt within yourself, then the narcissist has the edge because then they have fooled you. So the narcissist game is to fool you into thinking that there's something wrong with you, that you're the problem, that you're insecure, that you're crazy. And how do they do that? By gaslighting. And again, I'm going to mention in this podcast, if you want to really outsmart a narcissist, you've got to be able to recognize gaslighting. So what is one proof that a narcissist knows what they're doing? The fact that they don't manipulate everybody. A narcissist knows who they can play with and who they can't. And if you've been around enough narcissists, you will see that they act differently around different people, okay? People that are more educated on the game, people that recognize narcissism, I can't talk this morning, they know that they have to tread lightly with. That's why a clever narcissist will put some truths in between lies to try to look more credible, all right? To some people when they're trying to get out of, taking accountability. So they don't manipulate everybody. They manipulate people that they feel they can manipulate, people that doubt themselves, maybe people that are insecure, and people that are vulnerable that really aren't focused because they're dealing with a lot of other issues. So they just let the narcissist talk, or they let the narcissist get away with what they're going to get away with. And they don't really look deeper into what exactly that narcissist is doing. Like I had somebody put a comment about with her narcissist, they had a great time, they went out, everything like that, everything was great. And then when she called him, he wasn't picking up his phone, or he disappeared from time to time. And then he would come back all loving. And I told her, I said, you're being breadcrumbed. You're being rotated among other supply. He's going to give you that attention. He's going to be really nice when he's with you. And then he's going to run cold because he's got other things going on. You're now not the center of the focus. And that's one of the biggest indicators that you're dealing with a narcissist who's breadcrumbing you, is that they disappear or they run cold. It's because they're centering on someone else. They're not centering on you. They had you. Now they don't care about you. They're going to center on somebody else. And then they're going to come back to you when they need you, or they're bored with whoever they're with at the time, okay? So the point of this podcast is to talk about proof that a narcissist knows what they're doing. So I'll give you guys an example. They're not going to try to play games with somebody like their boss in a lot of cases, unless they play the victim like the covert narcissist does in the corporate world. But they know that they can't play these kind of games with certain people. They know that they can't play these kind of games in front of a judge or a prosecutor who will destroy them. They may try, but they will get crucified. They will get crucified in front of certain people that know that they're gaslighting, know that they're lying, will pummel them with the facts, and they can't run, okay? They're in a situation where, let's say they're working and they're dealing with their boss. They can't run, all right? And they can't run when they're in a court of law, all right? What narcissists do in a court of law is they love to play the amnesia card. Oh, I don't remember, judge. Or I don't recall, judge, because they know that that is the only thing they could say. And even that doesn't hold water, because the judge, if you have a legal agreement with somebody or a contract and they say, oh, I didn't know it was in the agreement, that judge is going to hold you accountable and say, well, that's the agreement. You should know what's in your agreement, and then they're going to put out an order against you for not knowing what's in your agreement or not following your agreement, okay? So the bottom line is narcissists do know who they can play with and who they can't. And this is another reason that people tell me all the time, why is the narcissist so nice to outsiders and cruel to me at home? Well, I did a reel about this, and the reasons are because the outsiders, they're prospecting for new supply. That's one reason that they could be nice to these other people. The other reason is that these other people don't know them, and the narcissist may want to, use them for things in the future. And another reason they're nice to other people is they want to portray that they're the good guy and you're the monster, and they may use these other people to gang up against you down the road, okay? They're building allies. That's what they're doing. They want their image to look good. They're nice to outsiders because they're very hyper-focused and concerned about their image. They want to look good to these outside people, okay? So narcissists, they will try to manipulate people that have something that they feel they can get out of them, all right? And that they feel that they can manipulate. This also is a reason why a narcissist doesn't necessarily target strong people. This is the biggest misconception out there by influencers that don't know jack shit, all right? They haven't been around enough narcissists. They're just copying what other, ignorant influencers say about narcissists target strong people. A narcissist is not going to target a strong person that they can't get that supply out of. Period. Dot. End of story. They're not going to waste their time with that. Their main objective is supply. So although, they may try to, they know who they can get something out of and who they can't. And how do they do that? By studying people. See, notice when you meet a narcissist, they are studying what's coming out of your mouth. They are studying your body language, your facial expressions, and they're going to know by the fact that when they gaslight you, if you question them on something, when they're gaslighting you, they're going to say, this person doesn't know the game. See, when a narcissist gaslights you, the way you have your power is to walk away because you're not going to play games with somebody who's playing games with you, okay? You disengage and walk away from a clown. But see, when you don't know the game and you sit there and you say, well, what do you mean? That's not true, or something like that. Or what do you mean? You're playing right into their hands. Automatically, they say to themselves, you don't know the game. You're already defending yourself. You're already questioning me. You don't see what I'm doing. You don't see that I'm playing a mind game on you. And that automatically makes the narcissist feel superior and think that you are stupid, okay? I hate to tell you that. That's why you've got to know immediately when somebody is playing mind games, gaslighting you, giving you word salad, or just blatantly lies to you, that you don't engage with toxic, because it's a no-win situation and you lose your power. You disengage and, not today, Satan, and you walk away, or you distance yourself, or you gray rock that person, okay? So the proof that the narcissist knows what they're doing is that they don't manipulate everyone. Also, in order to manipulate you, other proof that the narcissist knows what they're doing is that, when a narcissist is sick, they are very, they could be humble at times because they're down. And I talked about this, and this is what was copied by the narc abuse coach in India. When a narcissist is sick, they're down, they could be more humble. And I've actually seen this. That's how I know this, because I have experienced this with a couple of narcissists that were sick or were down, and they were nice, all right? Then the minute that narcissist starts feeling better, all of a sudden they go back to their wicked ways. So again, the narcissist is aware of what they are doing, okay? Because they're alternating their behavior based on whether they need you or not. And that's what it is, you guys. That's how you know that the narcissist is aware of what they're doing. They know that they're lying, but they do it to their benefit. So, a narcissist, you have to understand something. It's not what they're let me explain this. Narcissists, right? They know what a lie is. They know what truth is. But what they do is they dodge the truth. And how they dodge it is by justifying what they do. So in other words, let's say you have a cheating narcissist. What's that cheating narcissist going to do? They're going to try to look delusional, like they don't know what they're doing, but they're going to try to justify and say, well, I cheated because you're always working, or I cheated because I know you're cheating. And they project that shame onto you. So what they're doing is they're justifying the fact that they're doing something. They know they're doing something wrong, but they justify it. And that's the delusion. The delusion is the fact that they feel they are justified in being able to lie to you, or to trick you, or to play games. They feel justified. And again, it goes back to the narcissist mindset. Narcissists feel that the world cheated them and that they have to do whatever they have to do to get by or get ahead. They feel they're not doing anything different than anybody else would do, okay? So it's like I dealt with a very toxic, malignant narcissist, and I'll never forget, at the end of the relationship, he said to me, well, the next guy's going to do the same thing that I did, okay? And what he was doing is he's justifying it and saying that, what he did wasn't bad because, somebody else will do it to you. Somebody else will lie to you. Somebody else will cheat on you. So I'm not doing anything that nobody else is doing. But he knows, and he also actually admitted and said, I know I hurt you. All right, so there is the awareness. They're aware that they're hurting you, but the delusion is the fact that they feel they could justify the wrongdoings that they do, okay? And that's where they are fractured, because you're not justified. It's like going into a court of law and saying, well, I didn't pay you the money that I owe you because I feel I don't have to do that. Well, guess what? This is why I always tell people, get it in black and white, and get it in a legal agreement, because this way you could always throw it at them and say, Judge, it's in the agreement, and you have to follow that legal stipulation, okay? So that's how you get them to be accountable, because you have a legal agreement. It's the same thing when you lend money to somebody. You get a promissory note, you have it signed, you have it notarized, so that today or tomorrow they want to play some funny business with you. Judge, here's the promissory note, okay? You have it in writing, okay? This is like more for business type of situations, or when you're going through a divorce, you want it all in black and white. That's why you need good legal representation that puts in the terms that you want in there, okay? So, you guys, the bottom line is the narcissist is aware. And I've actually seen narcissists actually smile at the fact that they were deceiving people, and people thought that the narcissist didn't know what they were doing. They are laughing behind your backs. I hate to tell you, they are laughing behind your backs because they know what they're doing, but they feel justified, and they get a certain rush at knowing that they are deceiving you. It's the same thing with when they cheat on you. It's not necessarily about the act of cheating, okay? Because if you ever told a narcissist you want to be in an open relationship, they would hate it, because it takes all the thrill out of the deception. They love deception, the feeling of knowing something that you don't know, the feeling of sitting across from you and kind of like smirking and laughing under their breath to the fact that they know they may have just been with somebody else, but now they're sitting across from you and you don't know anything. And what does that do? That gives them an ego boost in thinking that they are smarter than you. They're more clever. They're superior. Again, it gives them that ego boost. So, you guys, all right, understand this. Narcissists, They're filled with excuses as well. I want to put this in there as well. Understand, when you're dealing with a shady or toxic person, they're always going to give you excuses. There's your covert narcissist. They love excuses. This is a red flag. One of the red flags that you are dealing with a covert narcissist is because they make promises to do something and they never do it. They are a basic bullshit artist. I'm just going to say it like it is. A covert narcissist is a basic bullshit artist. They will pretend to be nice to you. They will pretend to be in your corner, and they will be stabbing you in the back when you don't know it, talking about you, trying to hurt you, behind closed doors, gossiping about you, stabbing you in the back to other people, try to get other people to alienate you, not include you in things, gang up on you. This is why they're nice to other people, the covert narcissist, because they want these other people as allies, and they'll use them against you, or they'll use them to build themselves up, okay? So, once they have you, a covert narcissist is going to be, cold, distant, aloof, unaffectionate, because they already have you, all right? Where are you going? Nowhere. They already got you. And you're sitting there trying to get back the person you used to have. Well, that person never existed, okay? Because this person is a chameleon that changed themselves into somebody that you wanted in the beginning, because they saw something in you that they wanted, okay? Whatever it could be. It could be money, it could be sex, it could be a place to stay, or it could just be attention, all right? So trust and believe that the narcissist, and I have seen this numerous times, there is no life lesson there's no lesson or education like real life, okay? This is not things that you would read in a textbook or necessarily know unless you have lived it, okay? Like I had somebody go on my post and say, you are spot on again, bullseye again. How do you know this? How do I know it? Because I have lived it, you guys. I've lived it from my childhood on up, through marriage, through divorce, through business, through family, I've seen it, okay? And that's why I know it so well. And that's why I'm telling you that these narcissists absolutely, positively know what they are doing, okay? And they justify everything. And that is the delusion. The delusion is they try to do the dummy card, like the covert narcissist. Like I really don't know what you're talking about. Oh, they try to do the dumb card, all right? That, my friends, is gaslighting. Recognize it. No gaslighting, and you will be able to spot a narcissist. Period, dot, end of story, okay? So when they try to play these kind of games or they build confusion, you know that you're dealing with a shady person, and you're going to sit there and think that they're delusional. And they're going to sit there and laugh, thinking that you are buying their game, buying their act, that they don't know what they're doing. They absolutely, positively know what they're doing. And the biggest indicator of that is the fact that they treat people differently depending on what they want from them. They'll be really nice to people that they want something out of, and they'll be really cold, distant, even wicked at times for people that are of no use to them, okay? So that's how you know. That's how you know that they are aware of what they need to do to get that supply. And that's what it's all about, you guys. It's about getting the supply or avoiding accountability, and they have to use manipulation in order to do that. And one of the manipulation tactics that they love to use is to flip the blame shift. And this way, it takes all the heat off them and it puts it on you. And if you don't know that game, you're going to sit there and be a sucker and doubt yourself, instead of when you're empowered, you know the game, you know gaslighting, you can say, not today, Satan. I see the mind tricks that you're playing. You're trying to discredit me. You're trying to character assassinate me. You're trying to pull the amnesia card because you are trying to, confuse me. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to confuse me so that I don't hold you accountable. That's what it's all about, because you do not want to face that shame. That's what it is. Okay? So let's recap. The proof is that narcs know what they're doing is that they don't manipulate everybody the same way. They're different when they're sick. They will be some of them will be a little bit more humble. Not all of them will be humble. When they need you, they'll be nice. But when they don't need you, they'll be wicked, cold, distant, aloof. All right? So this is the mind games that they play, and they will also come up with a number of excuses in order to play those games. That's why I always say, when you're dealing with somebody who's a shady person, you'll always be dealing with excuses. They'll have an excuse for everything. Why they didn't call you, why they didn't show up, why they can't see you. There will be constant excuses. They are doing that to gaslight you because they have other things going on, and that you are not dealing with a real one. A real one follows through, okay? Let's just clarify that. A real one follows through. There is no question whether you will see that person. They're not canceling on you every week and making excuses. A real one will call you, okay, when they say, because they value you, all right? But a narcissist, if they don't need anything out of you, they'll only come around when they need something out of you. And that's how you know that they are aware of their manipulation. They manipulate when they need something or when they're trying to avoid accountability, okay? So I hope that helps you guys to understand. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com. Maybe you don't know if you're dealing with a narcissist. Maybe you're confused. You don't know how to handle this person and you just need clarity. Check out my link in the bio, askyaz.wixsite.com. If you're looking for all my information, it's all on YouTube, over 5,000 videos at the Game Exposed podcast on YouTube. I talk about everything and a lot on covert narcissists. So it's all on my YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast, okay? For more posts and reels, you could check out my Facebook and Instagram at the Game EXP123, and TikTok is the Game Exposed. And have a great day, you guys.